and welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. We are rapidly approaching the end of the game, just a little bit more of the Karma Temple to go, another boss to fight, and some more bonus content to do. Now, I just want to double check my skill sets real quick. Okay. The things I was making sure that I had set were Null Panic and Null Nerve, as those are going to be crucial for the upcoming boss fight. Resuming our exploration of the tower, we have to go through these walls again. Let's see, I believe we want to wrap around here. No, that's not it. We actually want to take this one right here. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, the mazes of wall teleporters are getting a little more intricate. And this is just Horus. I decided we're so close to the end of the game, and we're not in any major rush. If we got these one enemy encounters here, we'll just keep on keeping on. This is a very unfortunate start to this fight. But anyway, yes, we are very close to the end of the game. Just a little bit more in the Karma Temple to go. And it's been quite the fun ride going through this game. Hope if you've played this game before, maybe you learned a little something you might have not known about it. If you were just interested in looking up this game, I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough so far. At the time that I'm recording this, I have basically got no views on this, so I realize I'm pitching to a very narrow audience, but, you know, it is what it is. And I'm glad to have made this playthrough. It's been a very fun ride so far. As you can see, we've got ways of intricate wall teleporters to go through, and, man, ambushed by a bunch of Laximis, and they got to go first. That's just an awful encounter to get. So, yeah, we got to find a way to wrap around here, get past the reappearing walls. And this is not too overly complicated. Can often be boiled down to the simplistic, take the most roundabout way you could possibly go. That is probably the correct way through these. Alright. So, if you've been paying attention to the strats I've been using for a lot of the fights so far, you'll probably notice that I have been giving the bosses more of a fighting chance than I probably could otherwise if I fully optimized everybody's skill sets. And I pointedly have not been doing that for the bonus bosses, because if you give them the chance to destroy you, they absolutely will with zero hesitation. So it is very unwise to actually give them a chance to actually set up on you and just completely wreck your face. So yeah, that is why I'm over-prepared for the bonus bosses, but for the regular bosses, I don't want it to be too easy and boring. We wouldn't get those interesting moments like me getting party wiped by Jatayu if I was just over-prepared for every boss, and that is also why for the upcoming boss, I'm only having Null Nerve on one character and Null Panic on another character. Okay, good, I did have Ice Resist on Heat there. I was like, oh man, did I forget to do that? That would be very in character for me, and very apropos for my general lack of preparation for some of the things in this playthrough. Oh, I would like to clarify that those kind of mistakes aren't necessarily because, you know, I don't care about the video making process, or it's not that I don't want to avoid being seen as ignorant or something. It's just, I lead a decently busy life compared to how I did back when I was just recording Ninja Gaiden Sigma videos, so it's a little hard to be as prepared as possible for these things. Anyway, Surf has mastered his mantra. The two big takeaways there are Megidola, which I'm not going to set, and last word, nah. Actually, you know what? I will set Megidola, since that can actually have some use. Why did I have Devil's Feast set? I think that was for some grinding I was doing in the Samsara tunnels, or rather, if I had the chance to devour an enemy with Surf, I would have done it. I would just like to point out that Samael's still awful. Had to bring in Cielo and Gale to handle that fight. Not fun, not fun. And we'll just get that mute cleared off. Okay. Now, I haven't been paying as much attention as I should be, so I might have gone the wrong way here. I know that's definitely a wall up there. If it ever looks like you can just get to something straight away, it's almost certainly a wall. Okay. So, yeah, we don't want to take that way. Yeah, this will just throw us back. Alright, so we gotta find our way around again. So I believe we want to take this one. No, that also just takes us to a dead end. It's this one I believe we want to take. There we go. Yeah, if it gets you past a bunch of teleporters that you otherwise were not able to, it is the correct way. This one will throw us over this way. And let's see here. We want to start heading this way. And if you tried to head straight for these, now I'm remembering, is that a wall would just pop up and block your way, so you need to take this really circuitous route to get to these ones. Yeah, unfortunately, big weakness of this game is that a lot of the scenery is a very cut and paste. So it can be pretty easy to lose track of what specific areas look like. And boy, am I getting sick of Samaels. Yeah, they are just hands down the worst enemy in this game. Everybody who's ever played this game absolutely hates them. They're just not fun to fight, they are not rewarding to fight, they just are so annoying. And yeah, it is pretty silly of me to actually bother to fight them, all things considered, but you know, that's just how I am. Alright, very close to the end here. Let's see. So, as you can see, going that way just throws a wall in our face. This way also throws a wall in our face, so the only way left to go at this point is this door. And we've got one last major obstacle to get through before we can get to the end of this place, so we want to take this one. And again, it's just, we want to get around all of the teleporters that'll just throw us back. Start taking these routes. This one should throw us here. In the center, I mean. I realize, it's always clear to me in my head what I want to say, but sometimes I don't really get my words across in quite the right way. Yeah, I took a... Oh, actually, here is Jatayu. We can encounter him normally now. He's not too terribly threatening, honestly. And I forgot that he nullified fire. Right, that's why I had ice set. Yeah, well. Jatayu is not exactly an interesting enemy to fight in rap battles, although that's pretty nasty. Ah, there goes, I'm actually going to want to bring Cielo in for this, because this will be too risky otherwise. Also, I'm kind of limited on my attacking options without him, so we want to get those defense debuffs off. Thankfully, he's not as strong as he is as a boss, so that's not as much of a worry. Is he vulnerable? No. I always forget what this guy is vulnerable to. But we'll start nailing him with Cocytus, since that'll at least do more damage than, you know, him nullifying everything. Yeah. Yeah, Cocytus, if you're using it against a single enemy, it seems that it very rarely actually... oh, I think I just did that. Yeah, this is going very poorly. I actually know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna actually bring Heat in. Switch him back in with Surf. We'll have him power charge off some Revelations. But first, I'm just to get in for the interest of getting some damage in. Use Revelation there, and I'll have him start power charging. Would be really nice if I could get around these taunts, but unfortunately. Thankfully, he's not spamming Mamudon. And if I can just lock him in this pattern, we should be fine. Okay, Revelation. Crit. Yes! There we go. I don't usually get to call things like that. Now, the more interesting enemy that we can run into is we can actually run into Garuda, and if you defeat him, he has a chance of dropping quick noises, which is very handy. Unfortunately, it's not something you can always count on. Alright, so let's go through this again and actually take the right path. Alright, so we actually want to take this one. It'll throw us to the left again on the east side. And then we want to take this one. It'll allow us to get past everything else that would just keep throwing us backwards. See, now that just leads to a wall. And that also leads to a wall. Don't worry, we're almost done with these puzzles. We're right at the end game, so... Alright. Alright, just have to get through here. It'll throw us this way. Ah, there's the wall. Okay. Did I take a wrong turn? think I might be lost, actually. Oh boy, these encounters are starting to get on my nerves. Man, I keep meaning to mention, one thing I'm really missing from my personal file is that once you hit a certain point of luck, and I think as early as just having 2 people with 99 luck, you never have to worry about getting ambushed ever again. Anyway, in that last fight, Gale finally learned Mutual Karma. Probably far too late for that. Okay. Yeah, I think I screwed up and got us stuck in a dead end, but that is okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, might help a little bit if I throw up another Astoma Spray. So let's just work our way back around. It's not a big deal that I screwed up like that. So we just gotta wrap around again. This is not too bad. Imagine if I wasn't editing the encounters out. This would actually be a lot more frustrating than it actually is. And... oh. Starting to forget again. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny, in my personal file I did this puzzle perfectly, and now I'm just screwing it up constantly. Oh well. That's how it goes sometimes. You get it perfectly when you're not trying to. Yeah, it's this one that we want. I can't believe I screwed that up. Oh well, it's a minor delay. And truthfully, I need some additional content to pad this video out, so I can't be too frustrated at it. But, finally, after getting past that, we got another encounter here, but of course it's just Horus being a jerk. Hopefully he doesn't set up Repel Magic. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, if he sets up Repel Magic, that prevents you from using the Murder Rock, and it would be a very bad idea to use it, because that would reflect your instant death right back at your entire party. Surf would be okay, because he still has null death stat, but I'm not as confident for Argilla and Heat. I'm having terrible odds with the Murder Rock. Yeah, I think the multi-targeting instant death skills are a little less accurate than the single-target ones, and of course he does. Yeah, well. Ugh, this guy's just being a huge jerk. Okay, let's see here. Well, I can't use magic on. Let's just get the Spyglass on to see if anything else I can do to him is particularly effective. Strong to Fizz, he's weak to Gun and Death, and that's it. Okay. Well, then we'll just throw out Revelation. Hopefully that mutes him. It didn't. But that's okay. But yeah. Now, I'm really hoping we get a magic noise from this guy. Oh my. Fortunately, I don't have Gale in there. Alright, we'll throw out Megidolda instead. Just want to get a little bit of damage going on this guy. Hopefully take him out fast enough. I really don't mind if we miss there. Gets us to the next turn so I can start chucking Murder Rocks at him again. That's probably going to be a dead Heat. Yeah, that is why I don't like Heat. His horrible magic, even when he resists ice, he still takes way too much damage from it, and he dies way faster than everybody else. There we go. But yeah, a lot of people call Cielo the worst character in the game, but for me, oh no, it's Heat. He is absolutely terrible. Now, if you spend time grinding out Horuses to get a huge supply of magic noises, then pump his magic stat up to the cap, well, yeah, that makes him better, but you can do that for anybody else too, and they'll get to better magic way faster than Heat does. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of him. But he's workable, and he's usable enough for these sections of the game. Alright, so we gotta get ourselves restored here. And we'll make a safety save. I don't think this boss upcoming should be too much trouble, but just in case. We also do need to get our mantras set up. Don't want to let any AP from this guy go to waste. Now, definitely when I get to Digital Devil Saga 2, and I do plan on doing that in a period of time after finishing this Let's Play, it's definitely a good idea to save more often in that game, because it's a lot more difficult than this one. Let's see. You know, I could actually show off. We got our new mantra from Beelzebub, if I can find it. Let me just go to the zoom screen. Yeah, the special unlockable mantras are always off to the side like this. And High Priest, we get Death Flies and Repel Element from it. Repel Element is a very powerful defensive passive. It gives you reflection against every single standard element. So fire, earth, wind, ice, and fire. Or ice and fire. Elec. And it's pretty powerful, although it can be a little dangerous because when you reflect stuff, it still follows the standard damage formula, so you could potentially be reflecting a spell back at an enemy who drains it, and that could make a fight a lot tougher. Well, I am going to need some mega level damage, so I actually am going to throw that on to Surf right now, though I will need to do concentrated grinding to get that maxed out. Since that put a pretty big dent in our wallet, I'm just going to have everybody else work on standard stuff, or at least nothing that goes over the 100k mark. So, surprisingly, there's very few options for Argilla under that criteria. Yeah, she's actually pretty well set up on skills. Good for her. Okay. Gale, now that you have mutual karma. I would like him to work on physical stuff. Do I have enough money to get this one over here? Yeah, we'll get him set up on War God. Oh, I haven't maxed that out. Oh yeah, I was working on that and then I had to go to something else. And Cielo, Earth Magic. Cielo is basically good for the rest of the game. Maybe I'll learn Salvation on him since that's a handy skill. But otherwise, I don't really have any serious plans to get him to learn anything else. Alright. One minor adjustment I want to make to Heat here. We just want to get him running Executioner, since that's better damage than Revelation overall. And, we'll have Argilla throw on Rakunda. And we'll put that in place of Tarunda. And actually, since I've got it on everybody, I want to get Fizz Resist running on everybody so we can ignore some of the damage coming up in this fight. Oh, it looks like Argilla doesn't have it. Could have sworn I set her up for that. Heat definitely does have it though, so we'll get it on him at least. There we go. Yeah, we won't need AP Divide. I doubt I'll have Heat doing any more hunting for the rest of the game, so yeah, that's probably going to be the last time he ever has that skill. Now, an overwhelming presence awaits us beyond the door. And hey, it's Ananta, not to be confused with Anahata. It looks like he's just a fancy tape recorder. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to reject that order. No, we're continuing. Alright, Ananta, not a terribly difficult fight. He is vulnerable to fire, so once again, Surf running Agidine with Fire Ramp should just do fine damage. And yeah, we'll just nail him with some of that. Heat is going to be over here power charging, and we're going to have Argilla throw out some Rakundas. I am not terribly worried about the damage this guy can deal to us. His main gimmick, as we'll see here, he likes to use ailments. So yeah, you want to have Null Panic and Null Nerve on at least one character. Or rather, well, yeah, actually, it would be fine to have it on both characters. As you can see, he's going after the ailment-afflicted character, but that character is Surf, so he takes basically no damage from it. Surf might do some, yeah. That's okay. Heat is in solid standing, and he's going to nail this guy with a huge damage Executioner. There we go. Better set up Rakukaja. If Argilla gets tagged with an ailment, she can potentially be in some trouble. This guy likes to alternate between Sonic Wave and Dormina. So, yes. He also has a Stun Wave, I believe. It is pretty unfortunate that both, okay, actually, we can just deal with this right now. Get a Panacea out here. Eventually I'll have a Surf transform back. If this guy opts to use Dormina, that will be a good option, or good turn to have Surf transform. And let's just get another Rakukaja up. And then next turn I'll set up another Rakunda on him. Yeah. Looks like he's just going straight into the attacks now. Alright, so this is a good juncture to have Surf transform back. And if he gets a chance to go, I'll have him Agidine. Oof, that critical was unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Argilla heal here, unfortunately. Heat's HP got way too low. Or actually, I better have Surf do it. He's got better magic. It'll get me closer to the top here. But yeah, this is, as long as you nullify his status ailments, this guy's not terribly difficult. Dekunda's a little annoying, but, you know, just annoying. There's far worse things he could do. Oh, look, he's buffing himself up. We actually have an ample supply of Deikaja rocks, so we don't need to bring Cielo in for this. However, whatever attack he's going to throw out here likely is going to hit pretty hard. Oh, not even close. Okay, so let's just Deikaja him here. May as well finally get some use out of these Deikaja rocks. We got so many, and they've just been sitting in my inventory because there hasn't been any need for them. And get a Rakunda going. Honestly, you do kind of want your buffers and debuffers to be towards the front of the party, rather than towards the back. Oh boy, here he goes. Okay, thankfully he just did a single dia. But yeah, you want your buffers towards the front so that you can get them to go first, and then have your beefed up characters take advantage of the buffs before they get dispelled. However, there aren't too many fights in the game where that's a worry. Far less than you'd expect there to be. Let's see. Alright, I think I'll have Heat do Executioner here, then I'll just pass Argilla's turn and have Surf take a whack at him. Should be more efficient action overall. Ah, you know, I should have set Mind Charge onto Surf since he has that now. Oh well. Here's to the road not taken. I'm not sure why he has Dream Haze over Dormina, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. Okay, Power Charge. And I would like to have Surf do an attack here, but nah, it's better to have him do the healing. And we're pretty close here, so just a few more attacks and we'll have this guy dusted. Stun is annoying, but that's all it is. Okay. But yeah, you'd probably notice this guy is basically Orochi Light. You know, he's a mandatory fight. Actually, I'm doing this backwards. I want Heat to Power Charge. And this is just in case Surf isn't able to finish him off next turn. And then we'll hit him with a Dis-Stun. Need to stock up on some of my status cures. Alright, and that is good. Alright. Getting good luck on having Heat dodge those. Really wish he did that on Surf instead. Haha, this guy is wimpy. And Executioner will finish him off. Of course, I was just thinking, unless it misses. Way to make me eat my words, game. Yeah, well. Never mind, we'll just have Surf launch more Agidines into this guy's face. Hey, buddy. There we go. Well, that was, took longer than it needed to, but we won. Hey. Surf basically got no AP for that. Yeah, High Priest is one of the highest leveled mantras in the game, so it takes quite a bit of AP to get it maxed out, and I'm gonna have to do some dedicated grinding to get it to that point. But we're at the top here. And, you know, I'm just gonna immediately get Cielo and Gale back into the party, because they are the characters I plan to use for the rest of the game. Now, we've got a small Karma Terminal over here, and we have to go up a little bit. We can talk to our allies. Alright. And there's Argilla's thoughts on the matter. Now, you see how in the top right there, the screen is switched to topmost level? It's actually very important that you see that message before doing anything else. Alright. Well, despite what Heat says, now when you talk to Gale... Now, we could say that we're ready and move on to the end of the game, but we want time to think. Come on, Gale, don't be so harsh. Well, the real reason we're stopping here, because as soon as you hit the topmost level, a new side quest unlocks. So, let's actually head back. We've got a convenient small Karma Terminal here, and then talk to Cielo. You're right, buddy. Now, let's get on out of here. Now, unfortunately, you can't take that elevator back to the bottom, and when we come back, we will have to walk up from the 4th large terminal again, but thankfully, by the time we do come back, we'll probably be a high enough level that I'll be able to shut off the encounters, so that will just be a minor annoyance. But we're going to return to Karma Temple 1, because we've got a thing waiting for us outside the temple, and I'm not going to bother buying any new mantras yet. We don't even have that much money from the previous fight. But yes, let's get on out of here. Now, upon leaving the Karma Temple, if we head out to the front here, and by front I mean head out from the face of the Karma Temple to this long walkway out here, we'll find that the guy waiting out here has changed. Over to the right, you got this red-haired guy. Huh, a new band of rookies? Oh, wow. Well, don't worry, buddy, we're gonna help. So yes, a new band of rookies have come up. What this translates to is that there is a new boss waiting for us in every sector. Now, we're gonna take out one in this video and then call it a video here. So, first one I want to take out is in Svatistana. Now, very important thing to note, I mentioned that there is a reason that I made mention of repelling damage back to enemies and them draining it. The bosses coming up here will be associated with a specific element, and they drain it if you attack them with it. And compared to enemies normally draining it, the HP they recover from that will be 10 times as much as it normally would be. So if you were to deal 300 damage to them, it would instead become 3000 HP healed. And that is very disastrous, and this also applies if they reflect damage off of you back into them. So yeah, be very wary about having repel elements set up for the upcoming fights. Incidentally, the one coming up here is associated with fire. I gotta get mutual karma set on Argilla and heat. Not because I really plan on using them anymore, but it just bugs me to have them be so low leveled. So, yes, this upcoming one is associated with fire, and it's not weak to ice or anything, but we may as well have ice set, just because that's the easiest way to categorize it in our heads. So, we get Bufatine onto Surf, and just swap out all of his passives for ice boosting ones. And we'll definitely want resist fire on him, so... No, ice boost, and ice amp, and throw this up here, and we want resist fire. Will, what do I not need? We don't need Null Death onto him. And ditto for Gale, we'll just do the same for him. Now at this point, we can basically just shut off the encounters, so I don't really worry too much about... Oh, actually, does he have Ice Magic at that level? I don't... Oh, he doesn't. In that case, we'll do a different setup for him. We'll get Executioner going, and we will set him up for physical attacking. So I want to get Power Charge onto him. There we go. And get that up there. And those fire passives won't be helpful to him, so let's just get him something different going on there. We'll also get... What kind of passives do I want on? I guess I'll throw Elect Resist on him, not that it really matters in this upcoming fight. And then we'll give him a life boosting passive. There we go. Alright, all set. Now, just gotta make sure I got his Stoma Spray going. Okay. Now, let's warp to Terminal 2. Yep. Now, all of these special bosses, they will be located behind breakable walls. The first one we're going to fight is actually in the same area as Beelzebub, and relatively close to the room where we fought him, actually. So we'll just be heading back that way. Throw down another Stoma Spray, and yes, okay. Want to head this way. I forgot if I brought the wall back up when I last came through here. If I did... Yes, I did. Okay, that's good. If I hadn't, then I would actually have to teleport back and then walk all the way around. But yes, the bonus boss for this area is very similarly positioned to where Beelzebub was. Let me just take a quick look at Cielo also, see what he's got set. May as well get Bufudyne onto him, just so he can occasionally throw out some damage. Oh, he does not have it. In that case, we'll throw on Zeodyne, and I'll just see if that works. Oh. I gotta keep remembering that we don't need mutual karma on these guys anymore. Alright, those skills should work. I actually want to get Tarukaja onto him, so that'll be helpful to Gale. Alrighty. So, we'll throw that in place of Rakukaja. I should be... At this point, I'm not too worried about taking too much damage from enemies. We should be fine. All of our magic stats are pretty good, and Surf has, of course, been maxed out for a while, so any defense buff on him, especially with his high vitality, just isn't as critical. Now, the first boss we're looking for is over to the side over here. And in here... Oh. Man, I'm embarrassing myself. I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, she should be on the other side. Let's get over that way. Ooh, boy. I am very dumb. Yeah, apologies. I do not make good decisions all the time. She is in this area, just on the opposite side of what I thought. Now, yes. See, we can tell that she's close by because there's this wounded vanguard over here. Don't worry, we got this in hands. Now, beyond this door, we find a woman waiting for us, and she transforms. And she has become the bird. I forget what she's called in this game. I think she has different. No, she is. This is Feng Huang. Yeah, this is a demon that occasionally they alternate the name on. Sometimes they go with the Chinese name, sometimes they go with the Japanese name. In this one, it's Feng Huang, and all of the demons associated with her have their Chinese names. But this is the fire-associated boss, and if you try to use fire magic on her, she will drain it for 10 times effectiveness, so yeah, be careful of that. Of course, since we were set up for ice casting, we should be fine. There we go. Pretty strong, though. Now, she kind of lowballs at the start, so no need to worry too much about what she can do to us. Alright, we'll get Tarukaja just running up on Gale. Now we can start power charging. I only want one Debilitate onto her. Okay, and Bufudine. Yeah, so Surf won't be dealing as much damage as he has been in the past. And Maragi would only be a problem if Surf did not resist it. The nice thing about the one Debilitate is that we don't have to worry. Oh, man. Well, I should have checked that before coming here. Oh, well. This just means that the fight's going to be slightly slower, and I'm going to have to rework my approach a little bit. In that case, Gale will just go back to throwing out Debilitate constantly. Man, that's embarrassing. But unless you study all of the boss's resistances and weaknesses, that's, we've ruffled her feathers. She is quite upset about that. But yeah, that's just kind of the thing that you can't really know without trial and erroring into it sometimes. Yeah, not too worried about her doing that. It's going to be to much greater effect when we do it. Anyways, once, Gale is maxed out as Debilitates, I'm not sure what I'll have him do. Okay. I just want Cielo to give us a quick top off here. And I think he's maxed out as Debilitates? One more just in case. Yeah, okay. Might have just been lowering her magic, but Oh man, if we could get that freeze to stick, that'd be great. Alright, now she gets serious, and Psycho Rage. The Dekundas is rather unfortunate. Does she have Deikuja? Does not look like it. Alright, we're gonna need to get those Nakakaja bonuses off of her. Now, if Surf did not resist fire, that would be pretty nasty. Alright, let's just get those off of her. We'll pass here, have Surf fire off a Bufudine, and just heal ourselves up. Now, is she gonna Psycho Rage again? It's like a chicken. A fiery chicken. Alright. Going forward, we'll just focus on healing. Get a Debilitate on her just to give her a chance of missing. Though I'm not going to bother stacking it up too much. And Bufudine again. Yeah, unfortunately this fight is taking longer than expected because I did not realize that she nulled physical. But again, just something that you can't really know until you see it happen. Unfortunate, but how it goes sometimes. Alright, at this point I'm just going to have Gale pass, and then Cielo's going to help out on the damage. Won't do as much as Surf, but he'll do enough. Alright, I will Debilitate here just to get that into a more manageable level. And hey, we'll get more damage out of it too, so small favors also. Now there is one physical skill that if I had it, it would work around the problem that Gale is having right now. But we unfortunately do not have it right now. It is a very expensive mantra and it takes quite a bit of grinding to get maxed out. Yeesh, doing good on the Makakajas. Okay. Anyways, we're maxed out on Makakaja now, so we should be able to deal pretty consistent damage even if she Daikun does. Should probably wipe those off of her. Now let's play a little risky. If I freeze her, that would actually be really nice. Unfortunately, no. Alright. Nah, I will actually get rid of those. Okay, those dodges are coming in handy. Looks like she only uses the Psycho Rage once, so that's making this fight a bit more manageable. Yeah, sorry this is a very slow and boring fight. I really should have studied up on these guys. I wasn't planning on fighting her, but I came out of the Karma Temple with a little bit of extra time. So, video padding. I will actually research what the other guys are vulnerable to before I get into those fights. As these battles, they're the most, they are intended to be the most difficult fights of the game, so they are pretty heavy if you aren't over-leveled for them. Hey, we did it. Yeah, that's okay AP, I guess. Alright, but got some levels out of that. Very nice. Yes, that is perfect. I'm wondering if, and for defeating her, we get a Crimson Orb. In and of itself, that doesn't do anything, but there are various orbs that we collect, and we need all of them. Sadly, the Vanguard ally has disappeared. So, now we'll just get on out of here, and this is the last thing we needed to do in Svadhisthana. We are completely done here. Let's just re-raise the wall and head back to the large terminal. Not really any reason to re-raise the wall. I could just walk back to one of the small ones, but I like using the large ones. It gives me a chance to heal myself as well. Alright, let's head on over there. And yeah, Svadhisthana, completely done. Nothing else for us to do here. I mean, you could come back for a field hunt if you want, but at this point the only one that's worth doing is the Saki Mitama one. But heading into the large Karma Terminal, we have defeated the first of the 4 Guardian Beasts. Sorry, felt a belch coming on. So we've got one in Anahata, one in Manipura, and one in Ajna. And after we defeat them all, that will unlock 2 more bosses for us to fight. So yeah, we've got a bonus boss bonanza coming up for the next couple of videos. Or maybe even just the next video. I'll decide what I want. I'll see what I want to do there. Off screen, I actually am going to do some mantra farming because the upcoming bosses, they will definitely be a lot easier to handle if we have very particular skills. And my method for getting the skills that I want is to use the Titania Holloway from the previous 2 videos. Because that is just simply the most efficient place we can grind up our mantras. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set Power Charge and the Insatiable skill onto Gale. He's going to Power Charge, and either Cielo will either taunt or debilitate the Titanias, and then Gale can devour them in one shot, and we can get a lot of AP going around that way. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do off screen. I'm going to get some priority skills onto everybody, and when we come back, we'll be all set to fight the Guardian Beasts. Until next time, goodbye.